fleet car registered to the council.
Poisonous smoke spread over the countryside up to 10 miles away. 3 years later, this site is still contaminated with toxic residue, and birds have only just begun to repopulate surrounding woodland. It's Sheffield's lead in developing energy from waste which persuaded a London-based company to choose this site for a tyre recycling plant, the first of its type in the world. The company plans to build a network of recycling centres around the country. They calculate that within 5 years they could be reclaiming every unwanted tyre in Britain.
That's all from us tonight. We'll be back just after 6:25 tomorrow morning. Until then, from all of us here, a very good night.
Hello there, very good evening to you. It's been another dull, misty, murky day across most of eastern Britain today. Skies looking very much like that. Let's just look back into 1995 though, because the statistics tell us that England and Wales had the sunniest year since those records began, and that's records back to 1909, nearly an average of 5 hours a day. Well, Falmouth down in the southwest saw 6.2 hours today, and I think the brightest conditions again are going to be in the west tomorrow. What we have at the present time is the winds coming in from the south and southeast, continuing to feed that mild air in across the country. Those winds becoming strong to gale force in places as we go through the next 24 hours. But winds pretty light over the bulk of England. So subsequently tonight, little change. It's another dirty night, misty and murky, dense fog forming in many places. Most areas dry, but some drizzly bits of rain here and there. And out to the west, a little bit clearer with those winds freshening up a touch. And overnight there is a sort of general minimum temperatures, perhaps cold enough over some sheltered parts of Scotland to bring just a touch of ground frost. Tomorrow then, lots of isobars across the charts, weather fronts pushing in from the west, and similar sort of stories we go through into Thursday, staying in the mild air, and weather systems becoming rather slow moving over the British Isles. So a foggy and a misty start again to the day over eastern areas. Probably the best of sunshine tomorrow in these western localities, but prospect of some brightness through into northern and eastern parts of Scotland, I should say. Bright for a time over Northern Ireland, then the cloud thickening up, bringing rain across Northern Ireland into western Scotland later on through the afternoon and into the evening. And the temperatures tomorrow 9s to 10s, so pretty mild in the brightest and warmest spots, and those winds locally gale force in the most exposed areas. Thursday starts off essentially dry, next band of rain spreading in from the west as we go through the day. And Friday we end the week with further rain spreading in from the west and a pretty windy weekend to come. That's it from me. Good night.
He called it the mother of all wars. How did it happen?
We started to realize that there is a conspiracy against Iraq.
Who made the decisions?
This will not stand.
I thought we ought to throw him out so decisively that he could never think of doing it again.
Who carried them out?
So, Mr. President, if you direct us to attack, this is how we're going to do it.
And so I turned to Chuck and I said, Chuck, send them on their way.
And who suffered the consequences? A major new series for BBC1. The Gulf War, starting Sunday at 9:05.
Titus, I'm concerned about your cat. He's been making a lot of noise recently.
A hazardous job.
Jan, can I have you in surgery, please? I've got a dog with a severe intrathoracic hemorrhage.
With difficult situations.
You, my friend, have got no right to keep him here if I want him back.
And tough decisions.
Is it cruel to take away his manhood?
The Vet. A new series begins Thursday at 8 on BBC1.
A hard-bitten journalist reporting a motiveless murder finds himself making the news for all the wrong reasons in the late film tonight. Kurt Russell and Mariel Hemingway star in The Mean Season at 11. Before that on BBC1, the final part of Rumour Godden's dramatic tale of passion and intrigue, the Peacock Spring.
Here are my two girls, Hal and Una. Miss Lamont.
Isn't she supposed to be a governess?
Not supposed, she is.
Yes, but how did you know?
Oh, be quiet, Una.
Teach! You couldn't teach a junior! I don't believe you ever taught. You never went to the Sorbonne. You're a governess sham!
What's the other gardener's name?
The Chota Mali. Him is Ravi.
Ravi. I've been watching you.